Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and today I wanted to do a highly requested picking the right ship video, and this one's about picking the right smuggler. This is a really hard video to do because we don't really know specifics on smuggling, and the gameplay hasn't really been developed yet. But since I've gotten so many requests for this particular topic, we're going to go ahead and make this video. But I will update this later once we get more information. Now, in my mind, there's three different main ways to smuggle, and that's going to be to either be inconspicuous, either be fast, or have purpose-built utilities that can help you in your task. So starting with inconspicuous, consider the landscape that we're going to be playing in. We know that starter ships like Auroras are going to be in-game at it, and they're going to be like a dime a dozen. They're going to be all over the place. So when you have a sea of one type of ship around, it's going to be really unlikely that your ship is going to draw any unnecessary attention. Outside of being one in a fleet of many like ships, you could also just be a ship so designed for something else that it makes people not even think to check you out. So in this category, a salvage ship like a Reclaimer or a pure combat ship like the Redeemer, both of which are capable of carrying some cargo, could easily fit the bill of a smuggler and may just be able to sneak past prying eyes and scanners. Now for the Redeemer at least, it has another advantage, or a redeeming factor if you will, and that's how well armed it is. Depending on who's scanning you, if you're caught, you could then still fight your way out of the situation, which is a really nice perk. Now you still may end up with the the bad reputation depending on if you're in monitored space or not, but it's at least something that you can consider. Now in the speed category, we think of racers, as we should, but they come with a very big downside to smuggling, and that's little to no cargo. That being said, smuggling information or documents could still be viable in this career path, so I see ships like the M50 or the 350R as really good options, but don't forget about the Herald either. The Herald with Drake's reputation could draw some extra attention, so it's something you would probably want to keep in mind, but it's fast and it has all the information storing abilities on board. Now where things start to get a little bit more interesting is when you're talking about ships purpose-built with smuggling in mind. Now we don't have a flat-out smuggling ship that's been released yet, but what we do have are some options that have certain aspects to kind of help you out. The Constellation series has two contenders, and the first one being the TAURUS. That missing bottom turret isn't just there for extra cargo, it's a shielded container that makes it hard for others to scan what's inside. So if you combine that hold with the main cargo bay that's filled with space plants, people may not even think to check there, or if they're just scanning, they may see nothing. Then there's the Phoenix, which is said to have the entire cargo bay enclosed and scan shielded, which means you could carry a lot of illegal contraband, all with the benefit of actually looking like a party barge. So inconspicuous plus utility makes the Phoenix actually one of my favorite options for a smuggler. The Banu Merchantman is a really versatile cargo ship, and the lore and description lay out very clearly that it's a known blockade runner. And what that says to me with the large amount of cargo is that it may be hard to identify illegal cargo, and even if it's found, you have the ability to run from trouble, or on the other side of things, you could just run right off the bat and hope to avoid conflict from the beginning. In my mind there, it kind of balances between utility and speed. Now probably the best bet that you can go with is a ship that combines the inconspicuousness and the utility aspects, and that would be the Hull C. And we know the whole series is supposed to be the equivalent of big rigs out on the roads of Earth, which means that there's going to be a ton of them, hopefully allowing you to blend into the crowd. On top of that, the ship carries a literal metric crap ton of cargo, meaning it's probably going to take a very long time for people to scan you, making it more of a hassle and more likely for them to make mistakes or overlook something. And finally, the utility portion of this comes in because we know that the Hull Seas have become a new favorite of criminals, who end up adding sensor shadow technology and quick decompress holds, as well as a bunch of hidden compartments, all without changing the exterior of the ship, so it looks like any other Hull C out in the trade lanes. So with that knowledge in hand, it would be foolish to overlook any of the holes in this role, but especially the Hull C, since we know for sure that it has these abilities. Ultimately though, the best smuggling ship is the one that doesn't get caught, and that may happen through luck or through skill or just by having the right ship. You know, the Freelancer's probably worth looking at, and I'm sure the Cutlass is going to have some extra hidden compartments, but it also comes with the reputation. Again, this is a really complex topic, so once we get more information, I'll do a follow-up, but until then, I'd like to see what your recommendations are, so put them in the comments, give me your explanation on why you think they should be there. Stay tuned for some more content, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.